I had a lot of people say that they would watch our video, so I wanted to go ahead and make a video about her. Her name is Aiyanna, and she was born on November the 8th, 2015. Kind of just want to give some background, like before, before I go into the video. She was born on November the 8th. We found out about 20 weeks via ultrasound that she was going to be a small person. Of course, I was shocked at first. I didn't know what to think. The doctor came in and gave me the news, and it really just took me by surprise. I have 3 other children, and they're all normal height, and me, I'm 5'4", and her father is, oh God, he's probably like 6'7", so it was just really surprising. So of course, me being a mother, I wanted to get a second opinion. We went and got a second opinion, and then I still wasn't comfortable enough, so I wanted to get a third opinion. Once we got the third opinion from one of the best doctors around, I knew then that she would be mommy's little small baby. I was still shocked and still had a rough time with it for the rest of my pregnancy. I don't know, just not knowing the truth, I guess, or the future, I should say, not the truth, because I knew the truth, but just kind of the future. And then later on, we had to go to specialists. We'd probably seen 4 or 5 different specialists, and they kind of came in the room like, they would call more doctors in. I don't know, I just kind of felt like she was like a little science project or something. So that was kind of my first encounter with this. After that, when I had her on November the 8th, her due date was November the 15th, but she didn't want to stay any longer, and she was breached, so I couldn't take any chances. So I went to the hospital, and I was 4 centimeters dilated, and my contractions were already less than 5 minutes apart, actually. So they came in and did an ultrasound to make sure she was still breached. They prepped me for a C-section. Once I had her, there was so many doctors in the room. As soon as she came out, they suctioned her out and checked her, and I got to see her for like 2 seconds, and then they rushed her off to the NICU. They put me in the room to kind of, I guess, let my numbness go away, and my temperature kept dropping, so it wasn't the normal temperature. I was like 98.9. That's what you're supposed to be. I would think I was like 94. So they thought I would go into shock, so they put me under this blanket that they push heat into, and I had to keep that on. I had to stay in the bed for about 4 hours. And then after I was in a room and settled down, and once I was able to stand up and actually get in a wheelchair, they let me go to the NICU and see her. My first reaction, I was scared at first because I didn't know what to think, but I knew she would be perfect. I knew she would be amazing. And when I seen her, I seen that her little feet were turned in. We knew in pregnancy that she would have club feet, but I didn't expect that. And then I only got to see her for a little bit, and then I had to go back. But as soon as I was able to walk, it was so painful, but I would walk to see her because her father had to leave the next day to come back and be with our other kids. So he didn't get to really spend much time with her. But I made sure I was there. Oh, I'm sorry, Mama. I left her over here. Okay, Mama. My other kids want to be in the video, but okay, Avi. Go tell Joe. Go tell Joe. So I don't even know where I was at. She wants to be in the video. The other kids want to be in there. I might let them come in the next video. This one I just kind of want to give background on and go from there. But Oh, yeah, so I was in a lot of pain, but I would still get up to go to the NICU to see. Oh, okay, Mama. I would still go to the NICU to see her. The pain, her being so perfect and beautiful just overpowered all of that. And then we kind of, so I started going, and of course, since her father left, I couldn't be pushed in a wheelchair because the ones they had there, you had to like hold this bar in the back for it to go. So I would walk, and I was walking every time she needed a feed because I was breastfeeding. So I'd be down there every 3 hours and just had a major surgery and would be up walking just to see her 5 floors from me. And then after that, I got to stay in the hospital for 4 days, and then she had to stay for a week. So we had to make trips back and forth. Thank God she was able to be out of the NICU. Now she has casts on, so we're getting cast every week, and surgery coming up soon that we just found out on her right leg. And I'll show you guys. She's all bundled up, but she has her cast actually just fell off again when I was just changing her diaper an hour ago. So we have to get another cast and then surgery because her heel isn't released like it should be. I mean, just looking at her like from a different standpoint and not knowing, unless you look at her little arms, everybody says that she looks normal size, but you guys get to see her legs today. She's already 19 inches long, which is, the doctor is surprised. Here's her little leg, and she's doing so good with it. She has to get a heel release so that she's able to properly bend it up and down. But her doctor at first was surprised that she had diastrophic dysplasia. And I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. Diastrophic. I'm pretty sure it's diastrophic dysplasia. But so we have to get that done, and she's been doing great. Like she has some breathing problems, and of course that comes with it. She has a soft voice box, so she does have a hard time breathing when she eats, but actually she's starting to do really, really good now. And then we found out, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but we did testing while she was in the NICU to find out what type of dwarfism she has. And then genetics doctors came in and talked to me, and they were talking about what they think she has, which is diastrophic dysplasia, because she shows the common symptoms of that. Oh goodness, Mama. So she shows the common symptoms of that. So we got the test back, and we found out she did have diastrophic dysplasia, which we kind of already assumed. And I'm really making this video because once I found out what they thought she had and what she actually does have, I looked on the internet, and there's not much at all about it. There's very few videos and very few links on the internet about it. And then finding out with this unknown gene, I kind of want her to just, I want to do this video for mothers that are going through what I'm going through, or that kind of will go through what I'm going through, so that they know they're not alone, and maybe my videos can possibly show some of the symptoms or things that their children are going through. But to keep going, when I first found out, my first doctor told me that, pretty much asked me if I wanted to abort her because she has dwarfism, and it took me by surprise. And of course I didn't go back to see that doctor. And then when I had her, I signed a paper to get my tubes tied, and when I was laying on the operating table, they were like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to get your tubes tied just because she will have dwarfism?" I guess they kind of just treated it as like she was, I I don't know, it really took me by surprise that as like she was deformed or something. Like it really shocked me, and it amazes me how perfect she is. I mean, look at this little face. She's oh, she gave y'all a little smile. She's perfect. Like, she really is truly perfect, and she's stretching her arms out. I mean, she does good stretching her little arms out. Here's her little fingers. She does have the hitchhiker's thumb, and she's getting mad at me because I'm waking her up, but she does have the little hitchhiker's thumb and the little curves in her finger. And I'll show you guys. Hold on. I'll show you her little arms. Her little arms are, she does have a harder time with her right arm, like pulling it out. I guess just her muscles are stiff in that arm. But with her left arm, she usually keeps it stretched out. Oh, goodness, Mama. Goodness, Mama. Goodness, Mama. So this is her little arms. You can tell, like, in her little arms, you can definitely tell she has Diastrophic Dysplasia or a type of dwarfism. Most people, when they look at, like, her little face is normal size, and her little tummy, she's got a little chunky tummy. But, in her legs, like, when they're stretched out, she has long legs. The only thing that gets me is, like, her little knee is all the way up here, and it scares me. Like, I don't know, like, this is the bend of her knee. So her little thighs are very, very short, and then her little legs are long. So, but with this unknown gene, we don't know if she'll be the normal size of Diastrophic Dysplasia. But, oh goodness, Mama, you are going through it tonight. We don't know how long she'll be, or if she'll have different symptoms or different issues, and it's kind of, I guess, just a wait and see game. I'm kind of getting off track too, but I just want to express that any mother's going through this, that you're trying to find an answer, and your case may be different than mine. Everyone's case is different. With this unknown gene, when they tested her, they found out she had Diastrophic Dysplasia, and then they found out she also had an unknown gene. So with this, we don't know the future. We don't know what could happen or what will happen or what it will be. We just know that we'll grow, and we'll see her grow, and how she grows is how she grows. And I hope these videos not only help me with memories of her, but with other mothers that are going through this. And she's such a perfect baby. Like, she's perfect. Like, there's no other word for her. She's perfect. And for me to hear other people say, especially like with doctors, are you sure you want to keep this pregnancy? Or are you sure you want to get your tubes tied? That took me by surprise, because she's perfect. Like, after we had her, like I said, we stayed in the NICU, and then she had to pass some tests because her heart rate dropped, or her oxygen level dropped. Sorry, her oxygen level dropped one time, and it was because they did a skeletal X-ray, and I'm not sure if you guys know what that is, but they X-ray every bone in your body. So, of course, a child will be going through it, but I'm glad they made sure monitored her and made sure she was okay enough to go home. After that, we came home. The casts have been on since the day after she was born. So she's had those, and she's got her little bright eyes open, but she's had those her whole life. And then, we haven't really been to any specialists with this unknown gene. We are looking for someone to research it, and the doctors I found they want ridiculous prices. And then I know I've had a lot of comments on Facebook, or a couple of comments on Facebook about doctors that will do it for free, but my problem with that is that I don't want her to go in there and be like a little guinea pig for them. So that's one thing I don't want to happen. Like, I will go through all the rest of the stuff just to make sure she's not treated like a little lab rat. That's one thing I do not want. And I don't know, I guess just kind of going from there. I want to get the research done just because I don't want to fear the unknown. I want her to know, and I want me to know, just so I could be at ease. And if I can't find out, then we'll take it day by day, and whatever happens, happens. And I know as long as she's fine and as long as she's healthy, I don't care how tall she is. I don't care about anything else as long as she's happy and healthy. And that's what we all want. I just want her to understand that no matter what, I'm her mommy and I'm always going to be here for her. Another thing I wanted to talk about was that I wanted to make sure anybody that had questions, no matter what it is, I have no problems answering them. If you want to inbox them to me or write them in comments under these videos, I would love to answer any questions. I probably won't message back with the answers. I probably only touch base in videos. But I have no... Oh, goodness, Mama. Oh, my goodness. But I have no problem answering any questions. Goodness, Mama. Another thing is with her type of dwarfism, or I'm not sure if it's common in every type of dwarfism, but I know what I've read about diastrophic dysplasia is that it's very common in her dwarfism. She has cauliflower ear. At first, I was scared. I was very scared. I took her to the hospital because I didn't know what to do, and the doctor didn't know what to do either. He was asking me if I was if I was pretty much beating my child, but after I explained it to him and asked him to look it up on the internet, he did so, and then came back and asked me if I was from Finland, I guess. Diastrophic dysplasia originate or is common in Finland. It's very rare here where I live. So he was just, I guess, kind of took by surprise. And he didn't want to drain her ear, so he sent us to an ear, nose, and throat specialist. When we went, they automatically drained her ear, and me just listening and not really knowing what to do, I let them drain her ear. But then it came back like an hour later, so I just took to Facebook, and everyone said wrap it up and put an ace bandage on it. So we did that, and her ears actually went down. I'll show you guys. But it's scarring, or it's deformed and that's hard. That's not like anything. That's hard from it being, I don't really know what causes that, so I guess that's why they call it cauliflower ear. This is her other ear. It's normal. She started to get pus under it too, and we already knew what to do, so then we wrapped it up. Let's put this down and fix her little thing. I try to always have a headband on her just so it covers it up, because when they see her, they're like looking at me. I don't know, people look at me weird because they see the little ace bandage on her head, and then when I have it pulled down, it like scrunches her face up, and she hates that. Oops, sorry. So I don't really know what else to talk about. She's my little miracle, and she's so perfect, and I just want to make these videos just for not only my memories, but for mothers that are going through it or may go through this. I did want to show everyone like her little arm outside of her shirt, just to get a picture of how small her little arms are. One thing the doctor did say is that she's actually surprised that, look at her reaching her little arms up. I'm so proud of her. Is that she's surprised that Aiyanna is so long. She's almost 19 inches long. So, her little chunky belly. God bless you. So, I've actually been... They've been very shocked that she has diastrophic dysplasia just because she is so long. Her arms are pretty much the only thing you can tell. Goodness, Mama. Her arms are pretty much the only thing you can tell. And her little thumbs, of course, she gives signs in her hands, like the hitchhiker's thumb. But other than that, her little legs, I mean, except that her knees are so high, her little thighs are so short. But she has, like, normal legs. I haven't ever seen a small person before. Aiyanna is my first small person, so I don't know, I guess everything's just kind of new to me. So taking everything in is the hardest part. Either way, Aiyanna is Mommy's little miracle, and she will know that I'm her biggest fan and biggest supporter, no matter what. If she wants to run for president of the world, I will, or of the U.S., or I don't care where she's president at, I will be behind her 150,000%. I'm her biggest fan and her biggest motivator. And I know she will have some problems along the way and some troubles. I mean, kids that are normal height and I should say normal height, because she is normal. She's just a little smaller. But kids that are normal height are getting bullied. So I know she will go through problems, and I just want her to know that no matter what she goes through, Mommy will be her number one fighter and her number one everything. And I treat her no different than my other kids. My son is 5. His name is Caden. My other daughter is Aiyanna, and she'll be 3 in July. And my other daughter, her name is Kyla, and she'll be 2 in September. And then Miss Aiyanna will be 1 in this year, since it's 2016, in November. So I mean, I have my... Oh, goodness, Mama. Goodness, you were throwing up so much. But, already my kids show her they don't treat her any different. And I don't show them that she's any different. I treat them just how I treat them. I just kind of want her to know that no matter what, Mommy is here. The other things that I know everybody has a lot of questions about maybe how big she'll be, and like I said, that all of that is unknown. We do not know. As of right now, where it stands, we will not know how tall she is, especially with this unknown gene. All the answers are unknown, and I think that's what gets to me the most, because I really want to know, not only for me, but more for her. I guess I'm kind of, right now it's the small things, but when she gets older, she's going to want to know all those questions, like, Mommy, am I going to be taller, or am I going to grow bigger? I guess I kind of just think into the future too much, and all of that's unknown. So, but I do want to say that I want anyone to ask questions about her. Anything. Don't ever hesitate to ask questions. If I can answer them, I will. If I can't answer them, I will let you know I can't answer them, or I will try to find a way to answer them. Other thing is that I want to try to make these videos just to kind of document her, so that we can, everyone that wants to follow her journey can not only through my Facebook post or her page, but through videos, so that you can see her little cute face the whole time. Maybe next video I will put my other kids in it. They're getting extra excited about being in it. So But that's all. Just make sure if you have any questions, write me on Facebook or leave them in the comments, and I will make sure that I answer those questions in the next video. I will try to make videos every week or more often if there's a lot of questions. So I will keep everybody updated. I will put them. I will probably put them on YouTube, but make sure I post a link. Every time I post one on YouTube, I'll post a link on my Facebook. But yeah, but I guess that's all for now. So make sure you ask any questions. Please don't hesitate. I have no problem answering any questions as long as I can answer them. So I guess we'll see you guys next video. Say bye. Bye. Give them a smile. Give them a smile. Say bye. I guess that's her bye face.